Hello everyone, welcome to Kitty Rising, where we use the tool of tarot to rise above and live our most abundant lives. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today we're getting important messages from your highest self. So whatever your highest self, your spirit team wants to come through, what they find is to be the most important messages for you to hear at this time is what we are going to do today. This is a timeless reading. We have 3 groups to choose from. I shuffled and drew a card for each group. So this will be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So use your intuition and see which card is calling to you. Maybe it's the image, the words on the card, the number. There is no wrong answer. Go with what feels right to you. You can pause the video if you need more time. There will be timestamps and chapters below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, group number 1, to your reading. Important messages from your highest self. You chose this card here, number 6, light. Well, I guess the keyword is sun and then light. So this card talks about remembering to be grateful. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. There can be a lot going on, and we can be focusing on all the bad around us. And we can forget to be grateful for all the beauty, all the amazing, wonderful things around us, like the sun. Like, we would not be here if it wasn't for the sun. So that's always something to be grateful for. And this card also calls us to pay attention to our health. So the sun is all about our vitality. So maybe getting some more movement in, some more vitamin D, just really paying attention more to your health, both mentally and physically. So if you're feeling down and out, it's definitely a call to practice gratitude and also move your body more, focus on your health. And the two are very linked. So sometimes, like when you're feeling down and out, like that's the last thing you want to do sometimes is to go on a walk or work out, but at the same time, it's also what your body needs. You'll release those endorphins. You'll feel good. That movement will get things flowing, energy flowing, blood flowing through your body, and have you feeling better. So we're going to see what else comes through with the tarot today. Thank you so much for being here, group number 1. Thank you to your guides. Thank you to my guides, your highest self, for assisting with the reading today. Spirit, highest self of group number 1. What's the most important message for them today? There's cat hair everywhere. What is the most important messages you have for group number 1 at this time, Spirit? We have the King of Pentacles. So we have some earth energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be one, or dealing with one here. But the King of Pentacles is someone, financially abundant, stable. So maybe this message has to do with your finances. Let's see what else comes through here. Maybe some people have been feeling down and out or stressed because of that. What message do you have for group number 1? We have another court card here, the King of Cups. So this is like our physical body and our emotional body. So I feel like there's definitely a message here about finding balance with that. Maybe we have been feeling really emotionally drained and physically drained, or just focusing so much on the material that we've kind of neglected our emotional and spiritual well-being here. And Spirit's really calling out this to your attention right now, your highest self is, so you can find this balance, you can recognize this. So we also have water energy here as well with this King of Cups, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What message do you have, highest self of group number 1? We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. This one's coming out too, as well as the King of Wands. Look at all these kings coming out. So with the 10 of Cups reverse, so yeah, this is really signifying like a state of unhappiness, feeling unfulfilled. And I feel like, we kind of got that right away, that maybe some people in this group, you're not feeling very well mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of the above. just some of them. And Spirit's really trying to bring your attention to the balance. I wonder if the final king will come out here as well. But King of Wands, so this is the fire signs here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the fire signs, they follow their passions, you know. They're definitely, you know, the sun, like, is definitely fiery energy. It's just feeling really, you know, we talked about vitality, but feeling energized, feeling passionate, going after your desires and your dreams. So maybe there's been a little bit of a lack of a focus on things that light you up. Maybe you've been doing a lot of things that drain you lately, you know, and finding something that you're passionate about, focusing your attention on your passion. See how they're staring at the sun here? Could be really good for you right now. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the messages coming through today are advice from your highest self. You know, for those of you that are really feeling unfulfilled and unhappy lately, that is a sign that something is out of whack, you know, that something is imbalanced in your life. And with all these kings here, I feel like it's a few things, you know. There could be the fear about money, or just over focus on work and money. You know, maybe an imbalance with your emotions, feeling emotionally drained, and a lack of passion perhaps in your life. You know, a lot of your energy maybe is going towards like a job you don't like, for example, a relationship that's draining you, you know, and Spirit's really calling your attention that maybe it's a sign that one of these things needs to change. Well, there's definitely something that needs to change. You know, our body is wonderful. It's incredible. Just think about all it can do for us. Just like how the sun does brings life to this earth. But our body, like our emotions, are something really important to pay attention to. Like when we feel any form of suffering, that is a sign that we are out of alignment. You know, and of course it's, you know, that's bound to happen sometimes, but like when we think of it that way, like, wow, my body's signifying, like signaling to me that something's out of whack, that's not in alignment with my highest self, that's not in alignment with my values and what I truly want in this lifetime. So, you know, that could help you potentially get out of a rut. So then you're like, okay, I'm going to listen to these signals and see what needs to change instead of maybe spiraling down. So what is out of whack? What is imbalanced? What is causing this suffering you may be feeling? And I feel like for a lot of people, it's not focusing attention on your passions and your health and your well-being, and maybe your energy going elsewhere at this time. Spirit, what's going on? What's that? What's going on? What messages do you have for group number 1? What are the most important messages at this time for group number 1? We have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is a card of stagnation, of feeling stuck, and a lot of that's keeping us stuck with this card is our thoughts and our beliefs, our limiting beliefs. So there might be some limiting beliefs thinking like, I can't have it all. You know, I can't have the money, the job, the emotional well-being, the relationships, and the passion, you know, but the thing is you can. That's a limiting belief. Whatever you believe is true, you know, so if you believe you can have it all, you believe you are worthy of happiness, worthy of whatever it is you desire, you know, if you believe that you could truly have a job that also fulfills you and you enjoy, then you're way more likely to find that or create that job. You know, if you believe that you can have a relationship that's truly loving and supportive, you know, then you're more likely to get that. If you feel like you're stuck in your situation, you're going to remain stuck in your situation. So yeah, your highest self is really here today to help you get unstuck and to identify these limiting beliefs and to point out things that, you know, you may be limited in your scope here, like what we've been talking about, and how you can break free of these limitations so you can live your best life, your most abundant life. Because you know what, group number 1, you are so worthy of that. What messages do you have for group number 1? 9 of Cups. You are so worthy of your wishes being fulfilled. You know, you might feel like you can't have it all. You can't have all your wishes. But again, that's a limiting belief. Your highest self wants you to have all that you desire. You desire things for a reason. You know, you don't just have these desires for no reason. It's like it's meant to guide you on your life path. You know, you don't just like want something or want someone or like want to experience something, want to have a certain job, travel a certain place for no reason. You have those desires for a reason, and it's in your birthright to have those desires fulfilled and to experience whatever it is you want to experience. And your highest self is really trying to guide you out of this limited way of thinking that you can't have it all, that you can't have your desires, that you can't, have a balance of all the things. Because you can, group number 1. My cat's crying in another room for some reason. Emmy! What messages do you have? Highest self of group number 1. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, this is talking about, low points in life. But the thing is, that wheel will always keep turning. And it's interesting, the 2 10s in reverse are right next to each other, or above and below each other. But, it's inevitable. We're going to have some low points in life. Again, we're going to experience some of that suffering we were talking about. But the thing is, things will get better. The only thing that's certain in life is change. So you may be feeling very unfulfilled and unhappy. Things suck. You're at a low point, but things are going to get better. You are not stuck forever. You are not in a low place forever. And the wheel will turn for you. And it will turn quicker, more when we start to believe in ourselves, believe that we can have what we desire, believe that we are worthy of what we desire. What messages do you have for group number 1? Or anything else? Temperance. This is all about balance and moderation. You can have it all in balance. Maybe it's overwhelming. You're like, oh, I want the job, I want the relationship, I want the passion, I want the friendship, and maybe it's overwhelming for you. And maybe a lot of your attention lately has been going all towards the work, like we were saying, or towards, things you're stressed about, paying the bills, or all towards like maybe a relationship that's been causing turmoil, or maybe you just put all your energy into a relationship that you've been neglecting yourself, or maybe, you haven't been doing your hobbies because you're so focused on the other thing. Spirit is really calling your attention to balance. That's coming through a lot here, especially with this Temperance. And also the Temperance card talks about healing. You will be healed. I feel like there's a lot of good health and vitality coming your way, especially when you start to believe it's possible. All of a sudden, things are going to really look up for you. There's a lot of healing coming, a lot of balance coming into your life. The wheel is going to be turning, things are going to come back on track for you. So what is it you want to experience in this life? What are your true desires? Be honest with yourself and allow yourself to believe it's possible and to go after that. And again, know that it is possible to have it all. You can have it all. Maybe that can be an affirmation you use. I can have it all. I am worthy of my desires. I am worthy of money, abundance, my dream job. I'm worthy of my dream relationship, my dream friendships. I'm worthy of great mental health, amazing physical health. I'm worthy of having passion in my life, vitality, so much energy, great hobbies, travel. You are worthy of it all, and you can have it all, group number 1. That is really the main message here. You can have it all. You are worthy of it all. The only thing limiting you is, our limiting thoughts and beliefs. And believe me, we all have these. No judgment, society, our family, life happens. We get these beliefs that limit us, but you are not limited. You are a limitless, beautiful, beautiful human capable of anything and everything, group number 1. And that is what your highest self really wants to point out today. So I hope you got the insight, the messages, the guidance that you needed at this time. If you did, please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this reading. If you haven't already, like this video. That really helps me out, lets me know that you enjoyed it and got value from it. If you would like to leave a comment, thank you. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, my email is down below. I'm truly so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number 1. Your highest self loves you. You are amazing. You are worthy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, group number 1. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. We're getting important messages from your highest self, and you chose this card here, number 44, Connection, the Biome. I feel like every time I use this deck, this card comes out, and I think it's because collectively we all kind of need this message, but it's definitely for you today. But Spirit, your highest self, is calling your attention to that you too need connection in other people. You know, we've all, in some way or another, some more than others, but have been a little isolated lately. Sometimes we can even feel a little bit alone in our current relationships, the people around us. And Spirit's saying you don't need to be alone. You don't have to do it alone. There is a community out there for you. There's so many people in this world. I think we're at 8 billion something now. You know, there's bound to be people out there you connect with that have similar interests in you. You know, just sometimes we have to put ourselves out there in order to meet these people. You know, maybe you're wanting friendship. Maybe it's a romantic partner. It could be really anything, maybe even connecting with people to start business with, or connecting with clients if you're a business owner. But I feel like this is really a time for us to recognize we need people. You know, and I can relate to this message too, especially because 44 here, I see this number all the time. It's like my angels talking to me. So maybe you guys have been seeing angel numbers like 44, or maybe it's like 222, 333, whatever it is. That's definitely your highest self, your spirit team, your angels communicating with you. But yeah, I feel like the main message here is about connection with other people. Maybe now it's time to put ourselves out there to meet new people. You know, it could be scary and vulnerable, but it can lead to such beauty and abundance. Look at all this green beauty here. Green is the color of abundance and love, the heart chakra. But let's see what else wants to come through for you, my beautiful group number 2s. Did I just rhyme, kind of? Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to your highest self, my highest self, our spirit team for assisting with today's reading. What important messages do you have for group number 2? What messages do you have for group number 2? 7 of Pentacles. So this is about like planting the seeds for what it is you truly want. You know, here you could see starting to see some results from that. So I feel like your highest self is calling you to think about, what is it you want? What is it you want to grow in this life, experience in this life? And how can you start planting the seeds? How can you start taking action to grow, to evolve into the life that you truly desire? You know, and for a lot of you, this will be relationships. What action can you take? How can you tend to your garden, you know? Maybe you want to, like grow your business like we were talking about. All the things we've been saying. Whatever it is you want in life, how can you tend to that so it keeps growing, so it can come to fruition for you? What messages do you have for group number 2? 2 of Pentacles, and then we have the 2 of Wands in reverse. So the 2 of Pentacles is all about balance, and I love in this deck she's holding them up, you know, in balance here. So I feel like maybe there's been, with the 2 of Wands in reverse, for some people here, maybe, you know, you're wanting certain things, but you're thinking, oh, but I don't have the time, I don't have the money, you know, so you could be avoiding making a choice to go after what it is you want, who you want, you know. But Spirit's like, you can do everything in moderation with balance. You've got this. You can handle it. Sometimes we don't really realize subconsciously we're making excuses. Maybe we're conscious of it, but for a lot of people, unconscious, that we might be making excuses to avoid being vulnerable, to avoid putting ourselves in situations to be hurt. So we'll just, we won't make a choice, or we won't plan for the future. We won't go after what it is we want because of that. So Spirit's like, you can manage both or all the things. You're so capable, but you're just protecting yourself, and that makes sense. So don't be hard on yourself if you do push people away or you haven't been going after your dreams. The time is now. What better time than now? And the number is 2. We have 2 2s here, and 2 is a number of partnership. And again, yeah, another angel number, 2 2. What message do you have for group number 2? Oh, and you are group number 2, 2 2 2. Then we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is the card of loneliness. You don't need to be lonely anymore. That's definitely coming through here, Maybe you've been really hurt by friendships in the past, current friendships, love relationships, people in general. So you've just been keeping to yourself. The 3 of Cups in reverse can be like isolating yourself, feeling unhappy, feeling depressed, feeling lonely. You don't need to be lonely anymore. There are people out there for you. And I know sometimes you might think it's like no one wants to hang out with me or whatever, but Spirit's like, well, are you trying to hang out with other people? Are you putting the effort in? Because it does take effort on both parts. And I feel like there's been excuses here to prevent getting hurt again, totally okay, no judgment. But now it's the time to invest time, energy, resources into relationships, into things that will make you happy, whatever it is you feel is lacking in your life. What better thing to invest in than your own happiness and well-being, And as humans, we need connection to thrive. What message do you have for group number 2, Spirit? Okay. Card turned around a few times. So this is the 5 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands for a second. I thought it was 4. In reverse. This card talks about conflict, butting heads with other people. You might feel like you don't want to hang out with other people because you always argue or you don't get along with everyone, or you've had a lot of arguments with people in your life recently. You just want to keep to yourself. I feel like that's another thing Spirit's pointing out, like, not everyone's going to be that way. Not everyone's going to butt heads with you. Not everyone's going to want conflict or the worst for you. There are good people out there. There are people similar to you that instead of going against you will go with you, What messages do you have for group number 2, Spirit? The Hierophant in reverse. So this can talk about, the end of certain commitments. So maybe, you have had, you had a divorce or a breakup or something like that really hurt you again. I feel like that's coming through. But another message is talking about, doing things in a non-traditional manner. Maybe, you don't like the regular dating apps or the, whatever it is you're wanting, so maybe do things differently, do things outside the box, do things the way you would like to. Like, for example, if you want to meet new friends and new people, new dates, whatever, maybe you can go and do your hobbies somewhere. So this will also be investing in your own happiness and like leveling up, be a high value person with high value hobbies, but high value, it could be any hobby, but that's like a great way to invest in yourself and also put yourself in situations to meet like-minded people. You don't need to do things a traditional way that everyone else is doing them, or that you perceive everyone else is doing them. Like, you don't want to, you don't have to do it that way. You can do things your own way. And when you do things that are more in alignment with you, that's when you're going to meet people that are in alignment with you. Look, we have 2 5s here. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Yes. This is a great card to see in reverse. Those swords are falling out. You're no longer trapped by limiting beliefs and the past. I could see, you guys have been hurt by people in the past. You've lost relationships, you've had arguments, you've been feeling lonely, but you don't need to be that way. This is the end of a hard time. And the biggest way the quickest way to transition from this painful time is to release the limiting beliefs that every guy or girl sucks. Dating is hard. People suck. Whatever. Those are limiting beliefs, because if you think that, then you're just going to keep drawing to yourself more situations, more relationships that fit that, So if you start to believe like there is someone out there for me, there's people that are cool out there. There are faithful men out there. There is a dream job for me out there. When you start to believe that, you'll start to diminish these limiting beliefs. And you can, if it seems hard to believe that right now, you could start using positive affirmations or words of affirmations. You can say like, I am worthy of my dream relationship. There's great men out there. There's great people out there. Whatever it is you want to say, because everyone's situation is going to be unique and different. But that could really help squash those limiting beliefs. So you're able to now make choices and decisions to start planting the seeds, start to grow the life you want, grow the relationships you want. What messages do you have for group number 2? The 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's also, again, this message like, you're not really going to meet anyone new when you're at home, sleeping, resting, and also, see, this is like Princess and the Pea, kind of like she has all these mattresses and she can still feel that pea. Maybe there's a side message here that some people, you might be overly picky, and that can also be a protective mechanism. Like you're like, oh, they're too this, they're too that. Whatever it is, and you're just very particular in really finding things that you don't like about people before you even give them a chance or really even know if that's true. You're just kind of assuming that there's these qualities about this person. So Spirit wants you to be more open-minded and also realize this could be a defense mechanism, a protective mechanism you have to prevent yourself from getting hurt, by being overly particular, overly picky, and not letting yourself even experience certain people or situations. And I know it can be scary to be vulnerable, put yourself out there, but the rewards will be amazing. Sure, like it's not easy. There'll be bad dates, there'll be bad friendship, awkward situations sometimes, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and then the more likely you are to meet your soul tribe, to meet your soul family, to meet your soulmate. So how can you put yourself out there? How can you squash these limiting beliefs? How can you break down these protective barriers you put up? Spirit's saying the first thing is acknowledgement of this, and just realizing that you are worthy of love and relationships and whatever it is you're desiring, whatever it is the life you want, it's time to now put that effort into it, because you are so deserving of it. You are so worthy of it. Of whatever it is, whoever it is you desire, you are worthy of being happy, of having connection, of being loved, giving love, receiving love, You are so worthy. Now is the time to, let people in, to experience the life you want. The time is now, my beautiful group number 2. That concludes your reading. I hope you got the messages, the guidance, insight that you needed at this time. If you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, it really helps me out and lets me know you got value from this. And if you want, leave a comment. And if you would like a private reading with me, my email is down below. I'm truly so grateful you're here. I wish you all the best. I love you so much, group number 2, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading, Important Messages from Your Highest Self. You chose card number 31, Lake Depth. So your highest self is calling attention some situation in your life you may not be looking into deep enough. You may be kind of avoiding the reality of a situation, like not really wanting to deep dive or just to see what it is. So this could potentially be like a relationship, maybe not seeing the true intentions or what's going on there. This could be maybe even some emotional things that have come up for you. You could be avoiding, like really looking into that. We're going to get the tarot out, of course, to see what this is. But there's definitely Spirit wants you to go below the surface, to go into the depths, and with the water here, it could be something that has to do with our emotions, our emotional well-being that we've kind of just been brushing off, pushing to the side, not wanting to deal with. And maybe for some, this is, kind of a subconscious thing, because we might be trying to protect ourselves from the uncomfortable emotions that are associated with whatever this is. Let's get some more information for you. Thank you so much for being here, by the way, group number 3. Thank you to your highest self, my highest self, our spirit teams for assisting with today's reading. So what messages do you have? What important messages do you have for group number 3? For some people, this could have to do with family. Doesn't have to be, because we have 31 breaks down to 4 in numerology, and that could have to do with our home, our family, our roots. What important messages do you have for group number 3, Spirit? Queen of Wands. This card came out too. And the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, I feel like there's something here with wanting more independence, wanting more freedom to do what it is you want to do. So we do have the Queen of Wands here, which talks about, or can signify someone with fire energy. This could be you or someone you're dealing with, or just that fiery energy in general could be important right now. So the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Queen of Wands is someone who's confident, fiercely independent, really follows her passions, is very social, outgoing, carefree, like a great leader, very active. And then the 9 of Pentacles is the card of like independence, especially like financial independence, but also just like doing doing your own hobbies, what it is whatever fills your cup up, whatever makes you happy. So your attention might be going lately to maybe someone else's happiness, someone else's well-being, and maybe you've been ignoring what you truly want, what truly makes you feel free, passionate, excited. And you could be feeling like maybe overwhelmed lately, or like you're like drowning, like you just feel like unhappy or something like that. And it's because all of your attention might be going towards, like your family, someone else's dreams, work. Or I feel like there's just this feeling of overwhelm and just wanting to like retreat, and Spirit's calling your attention to maybe like the reason for this is because you haven't been following your passions and what lights you up. And I feel like you've been getting intuitive nudges like, focus on yourself, focus on this. And you might be feeling like that's selfish or something like that. But really, like, it's for your highest good, Because when you're putting all of your attention on other people and not yourself, you're going to be drained. And I feel like a lot of you are getting close to that, or maybe you're already experiencing that. Let's see. What important messages do you have for group number 3? The 10 of Swords. Yeah, and you can see they're crying in this. Yeah, I feel like what Spirit, your highest self, is really drawing to your attention today is, there's something going on that you're feeling upset, you're not feeling happy, you're feeling stuck. You're feeling defeated, and Spirit wants you to look into the reasons, look into why you're feeling this way instead of just pushing it off and being like, oh, I can't focus on myself. That's just going to make these emotions and these feelings just go deeper and be harder to access later, or harder to overcome, whatever it is. But there's something, painful that isn't pleasant here that you haven't been wanting to address. And for some of you guys, this may be literally a relationship in your life that you should end, and like with this independence here, I feel like you feel like you're drowning from this relationship. This could be any sort of relationship, romantic, friendship, family type of dynamic, and I feel like you're just overwhelmed and drained, and I feel like like intuitively that maybe you're supposed to separate from this person or just spend more time alone, whatever it is for your unique situation. But I feel like you're avoiding that because it's uncomfortable to break up with people, even if it's friendship, whatever it is. And also you may feel like it's selfish of you. But you know what? It's not selfish, because you deserve to feel happy. You deserve to feel, free. You should never feel pinned down, Of course there's rough patches in a relationship, but you shouldn't feel pinned down and miserable. It's okay to embrace your freedom and what makes you happy. And sometimes we grow out of relationships, grow out of friendships, grow out of the jobs, whatever it is in your life. And it's okay. It might not be easy to have this ending, but we've definitely got ending card here regarding this. But let's see what else wants to come through. What important messages do you have for group number 3, Spirit? Yeah, 6 of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at 2 queens in the beginning. 6 of Wands in reverse is like feeling defeated, feeling like you lost, and I feel like you might not want to give up on a relationship or a situation in your life. Maybe it's even a job for some of you, because you feel like if you give up, or, you feel like if you leave this relationship or this job or situation, that it's a failure. But it is not a failure. There's no such thing as failure as long as you learn from it. And you know what? It's more of a failure if you stay in a situation that doesn't make you happy and keeps you miserable and prevents you from growing and expanding your soul, your life. So you're not failing if you give up, you leave something for something new. That is not a failure. Like, for example, maybe some of you guys have been like studying a specific thing for a while. Now you realize you don't like that job or you don't like that course of study, and you want to leave it, but you're like, but I gave so much time to this already. But you're like, but so that doesn't mean you just have to stay in something that doesn't make you happy because you already put time into it. Like, think about all the time in the future. You could be spending doing things that light you up, that, bring you joy. Can even bring you abundance. Like, it is possible to have jobs that bring, that you enjoy and do bring in the income you want. It is possible to have relationships that you feel loved and supported and also free at the same time in. I feel like you're really being called with these queens here in the beginning to embrace your inner power, to embrace your confidence, to embrace your sovereign being. Like, I don't know, I'm not saying that right. I don't know, but embrace your authentic self and let it shine and follow what it is you truly desire and you want, and to not be afraid to stick up for yourself, to not be afraid to go after the dreams you want. It's time to really step into your power. And so in that process, there seems to be some things that need to be let go that are making you feel, like you're drowning and you're stuck. You are so powerful and so amazing and have so many gifts and so many things left to experience, It's never too late to try something new. It's never too late to, start fresh, to go after a new job, to go after new relationships, to try new hobbies. You're never too old. You're never too late. The time is now to find happiness, to fulfill, your own passions, to live life the way you want to. What important message do you have for group number 3? And we have the King of Cups. It's interesting, we have these 3 court cards all in different suits here. So I feel like there's kind of a similar message in the first group, but you can have it all, group number 3. You can have the passion, you can have the money, you can have the emotional fulfillment, you can have the relationships, you can have the financial freedom, you can have the hobbies you want. You don't need to stay pinned down. It's not a failure to let things go in order to embrace the new things that you want to experience. What message do you have for group number 3? 9 of Cups. Yes, this is about wish fulfillment. You can have it all. You can have it all. What is it you truly want? Group number 3. Don't hold back. It's okay to have desires. You have desires for a reason. They're not random. We have these innate desires because they're part of our soul, part of our life path, part of what we're meant to experience, you know? They're not random. So if you have desires, there's things you want to experience. Try those new hobbies. Try that side business, that side hustle, new relationships, travel, moving, whatever it is. You have those desires for a reason, and you can have it all. If one thing in your life, person, situation makes you feel like you're trapped, you're pinned down, you're drowning, that's a sign it's time to let it go. Because you are not meant to be pinned down. You are meant to shine. You are meant to grow and evolve throughout your life. Spirit, what? Highest self of group number 3. Okay. Then we have the Fool as the last card. It's time to take a leap of faith, to go after your dreams for a fresh start. It's now time to choose you, group number 3. Choose you. I know it's scary, but take that leap of faith. Go after your dreams. Let go of what's no longer serving you. Be no longer tied down. See these like ropes here? You don't need to be tied down. You don't need to be pinned down. You don't need to drown in suffering or whatever it is going on in your life that you're not fulfilled by anymore. It's okay to let it go. It's not a failure. You are so worthy of living the life you want. You're so worthy of being your true, authentic self. And again, it's never too late. You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not this. You're not that. You are just you. And your birthright is to live abundantly. Abundance is your birthright. Love is your birthright. Happiness, joy is your birthright. And anyone that's telling you otherwise, anything that's pinning you down, again, that's a sign. It's time to release that. It's time to free yourself from the chains that have been imposed in whatever way. And it's time to be free, to step into your power and to choose you, group number 3. Yes, that concludes your reading. Important messages from your highest self. I hope you got the guidance and the messages you needed most at this time. If you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, it really helps me out, plus lets me know you got value from this reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to book a private reading with me, my email is down below. I'm truly so grateful you're here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, group number 3.